Thank you, everybody, for joining us back here at Global Compliance Application Corp channel. We're sitting here once again with Mr. Brad Moore, the Chief Executive Officer. And Brad, how have you been holding up as we enter the holiday season?
Busy. I'd like to be a little bit more relaxed. I got my Christmas plaid on. I should be getting ready for the festive season. But we seem to be getting busier and busier.
Yeah. Well, you should
Yeah.
be out obviously chopping down your Christmas tree right now, maybe getting a little bit of maple syrup based on your current getup. But instead, Brad, you and I are going to talk about disintermediation. So you guys have put out this thing talking about couponing using NFTs, but I feel like that term, disintermediation, we need to kind of break it down for people a little bit before we dive too deep into the weeds.
Yeah, so always great to see you again, and it's great to get the opportunity and get the message out to everybody. Look, there's you've got to look at the model of what's the purpose of a coupon, what's the purpose of a reward. It's to get people in, buy your product, build your brand, get in front of them. Now, it's a huge business. It's awesome, but it's also a huge cost base too to do it. It's not cheap, right? There's the function of clearinghouses, and we talk specifically to that. So what we've seen is with the ability of Web 3.0, we found a way to make those go, the way of the dodo bird. Bye bye high cost, right? Bye bye. Um, we remove the risk, we remove the waits, the time for repayments, and it's all built in as part of the continuation of the Efixii blockchain.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the current system for couponing is a very I don't want to say convoluted, but there's a lot of checks and balances kind of put in place to make sure things are I don't know if anyone remembers, counterfeiting coupons used to be a relatively big deal, and it's
Mhm.
still something you want to ensure is not happening, or else you're
Mhm.
losing money. So that's a big part of it. And there's all of these steps that are kind of streamlined through the use of blockchain technology, correct?
Well, yeah, I think you and I were talking about this earlier, right? So I had the fortune to look at a terms and conditions for coupon redemption from a major brand, um, and how a retailer redeemed that coupon, and it was like 4 pages of instructions. So I sat down, just with probably should have had other things to do, and I just started looking at what they were saying, and what they were saying had to happen. And it's incredible. I got through about 35% of it, and I was just like, I think maybe there's one or two lines where I was all like, nope, with the smart contract, that's handled. You don't need to do that. There's no opportunity for fraud. So what I saw was kind of almost like 3 to 4, maybe even 5 major pain points of cost and time, cost in software, cost in legal, and just money that had to be paid out to validate to get a coupon. And you understand now why small to medium sized companies can't do it.
Yeah.
And so what we've seen is in our 3.0 peer-to-peer Efixii blockchain solution, we can basically, you don't need that. That does not have to happen. And it's like I said, that's the power. What does blockchain do? It essentially removes the middleman. Like, that's the whole point of it. Was the point of it in crypto, and that's what it's doing in this scenario.
Yeah, and some of these things are especially interesting as you apply them to order concepts, like the fact that the coupons have to have some sort of cash value to them. So then they would say something along the ideas of a 1/20th of a cent or something. With the blockchain, as you had pointed out, it could be 1/20th of USDC, which is an actual thing people could technically redeem in some cases, versus a coupon, which there is no other way in the real world to redeem that value at all.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the one of the things, the wonderful world with a decentralized ledger. And so a USDC is obviously, it's underwritten, it has a net value attached based on the US dollar. And so there's a way to do a transference. And once again, you just got to look, a coupon's a great idea. It gets footfall, gets you into the store, gets you buying other things. But there's a cost associated, and that cost is onerous and burdensome, and there's a lot of people making a lot of money, and that's nobody's fault. That's just because there's a lack of technology able to provide an alternative. And I would point everybody to our website to take a look at the blog article that we wrote, which is really what we're talking about today, and we actually show a workflow diagram. Now, when you think about that in context of putting your story, a product story on the blockchain and the evolution of it, and then getting somebody to, they walk in and, they're like, okay, I really want to buy this product because they like the value statement of your truthful story. And then you reward them with a coupon, and then they walk in and the guy, you redeem that coupon with the retailer, and automatically he gets paid from it from the manufacturer through a smart contract. That's awesome. Like, that's awesome. Like, real time. Like, the idea is by the time he's walking out of the store, that retailer's already been paid for that coupon he just cashed.
Yeah, yeah. And what's really interesting is, again, like these are systems that are already in use in much more archaic terms. There's already coupons out there. These are systems that are just kind of, as I would say, ripe for disruption, kind of ready to go, ready for this to come into it. So I guess, Brad, what from here, what do you think is it going to take? Is it just going to be kind of spreading the message out to get this stuff kind of to be adopted more? Because it seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think so. It's like all those. So you've got a whole bunch of people that, the question always really is like, what is blockchain? Is, our whole mantra is to get 80,000 consumers on a blockchain out there talking about and using it for, just like you use it for yourself for your own purposes, single sign on, right? And what that allows you to do, there's power to having that Ethereum layer 2 application on your phone, on your phone, and that having that wallet, the ability to transact. It's not about crypto, it's about living your life on a daily basis. And so we will continue to tell the GCAC Efixii blockchain story, show the use cases, show people how to reimagine their business, save money, and drive sales.
Perfect. Well, Brad, again, thank you for coming on and sharing your insight in this. We will have a link to that blog below. Everyone, don't be afraid to check it out. Hopefully this helps clarify a lot of things. And please stay tuned for more updates coming soon. Brad, closing words from you.
Hey, happy holidays to everybody. As always, Michael, great to see you. And if we don't see you before, enjoy the holidays, however you celebrate it.